right, welcome back to my show today. Today, I have cat crimes. Oh, there's a cat that commits a crime. I know. You didn't get that from the title, did you? Okay, so what it is it's very simple to set up. And I laugh because it's humbling when you get to the harder up exercises. It's just one card is basically you have to figure out where everyone is sitting. So you have all these cats, and then say someone spills the plant. So you put the broken plant over it. And it's like you have all these cats, and the card says, Mr. Mittens is sitting next to such and such. Mr. Mittens is in front of the fishbowl. And then slowly you put them all out, and you figure by deduction who sits in front of this, and whoever sits in front of the item, well, that's who broke it. So that's who committed the crime. So it's very interesting, and it's fun, and it's a game you can do together. And I'm big on games you can do together, right? Creating bonding moments, but they can do it alone too. Like, it's not like, so those are the challenge cards. They start off easy and they get a little harder. Today what I wanted to show you is I'm debating, because I was debating doing an all-in-one video about all-in-one programs, so maybe and ranking them, the ones that I've done, to say like what I think is the best and what I think is the worst and why I didn't like it, why I do like it, stuff like that. But I think what I'm going to stick with today is someone asked me to show them a lesson about primary mathematics. So I thought I would show you inside primary mathematics, and I need one more book. Okay, so let's talk. Primary mathematics is currently the math that I'm using, and I adore it. So it comes with 3 books. 3 books, but actually for the first part of the semester for half the year, and then 3 books for the second part. So primary mathematics is the original Singapore mathematics. It's what put them at it's like the curriculum that put them at the top of the world for math year after year after year after year. And it does it by using kind of stories. It's a mastery base, so you're gonna like a little bit of mastery base, but I noticed that it doesn't do just subtraction all at one time like Math Mammoth. But if you had trouble in school with math, like if we grew up in North America, we kind of learned almost the Saxon math, the spiral math, which is, you do a little bit of this, you're going to learn a little bit of addition, then a little subtraction, and then, oh my gosh, we're going to learn about directions, if I'm speaking of the good and the beautiful math, and then, we're going to learn about time, and then, we're going to learn about the calendar, but then wait, we're adding again, and you're like, what is going on? If that's how you feel about math, you can either do the good and the beautiful, which is pretty gentle and easy as far as going through spiral, or you can do mastery math. There's also a curriculum that does both. The curriculum that does both is math with confidence. The problem is that it has a lot of games to do it. I did it for a couple years, but it has just a lot of games and stuff. It's a great math. But I just like this math better. Now you're thinking, hey, wait, what about if my kid wants to be a doctor of mathematics or wants to take mathematics and engineering or something like that, or robotics? What I think is this type of math properly prepares kids to be able to adapt to any sort of mathematical scenario. So kids that take this type of math will still be able to do the spiral type of math, because it's just a different way of learning the math, right? Like, it's not like you come out with and you're figuring out equations in totally different ways. Not only that, this kind of prepares you to be able to tackle math in a lot of different situations. But what I like about it is, I keep falling in love with it. So that's it. And I can't teach Saxon to save my life. Saxon math, when I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks appalling. So where we are in the textbook is we just learned, this is part B of the first year. So learning graphing. So this is graphing, pretty simple. It's not like my kids didn't know how to do it, but again, it's just getting into the rhythm of a different curriculum. So we just went back to go and, so I don't know if you can see that, but talking about birthdays, how many children had their birthday in July? How many more children have their birthdays in July than May? So again, we're looking at a difference, so that's going to be subtraction. Okay, Allie read how many books? Who read the most books? Again, that's a difference, so we're going to be looking at subtraction. So just as a teacher who's not very good at math, so those are the couple pages that you're going over with your students, right? And this is I like it that they call it the home instructor's guide, only because it's clearly made for homeschools, whereas Dimensions and a lot of the other Singapores, they're made for in class, they're made for California standards, they're made for it's just not as simple as these ones are. It's a lot more involved just to meet certain standards, which that's fine. It's just, I don't like them. I have a variety of reasons that I read about them, I learned about them, I tried them, I didn't like them. And some of them were too involved when I don't think it's necessary. I think I just wanted the pure, my one son is excellent at math. And so I just wanted the pure version that the Singapore kids use. And if we need to do another curriculum on top of that, I don't care, because we'll finish this one and then we can go knock out another curriculum in a different way just to challenge ourselves, right? Why not? We do that with math. Science. I do 4 different science curriculums because the way I teach, we're going through it like that. I mean, it's nothing to us. It's not a big deal. And it's not that my kids are geniuses. No, it's quite the opposite. So, except for math, for one child. So, I mean, why not? The other one's very blessed linguistically. He's got it. But, so very different children. So now this is going to be your home instructor's manual, your teacher's guide. So right along here, it's got the textbook pages and the answers, and then it's got the workbook pages and the answers. This is games you can do. I'm gonna level with you. I don't do the games. I would if I felt they really needed it, but I'm glad that they don't, because right now I just want to do the textbook. And then they have mental math, which I just read out to them, or they look at it and answer it orally. So it's not really a written thing because we don't do a lot of writing. We will do some writing, some handwriting in the workbook, but mostly we don't because it looks like, ugh. So what we'll do every day, so for example, yesterday, while they were eating lunch, I sat there and I read through the textbook, and in between bites, I was like, okay, you answer this question. What do you think? Okay, what's your answer for this one? Right? So we got through the textbook while they were eating. I teach a lot while we're eating. And then after lunch, I was like, all right, so that we could finish up all our schoolwork, because then after lunch, they got to read to me, and then they got to do their math. So they will have, I'm trying to find a page that's not super written here. So this is exercise 7. Okay, so this isn't the graphing, but if I show you the graphing, my son wrote on it. He likes to tell stories when he writes. So that's fine. It's just that when you look at it, you're going to be like, huh? What? My other son, not the son who's gifted at math. But anyway, so it works for kids who are not gifted at math either, because I was concerned that it wouldn't work for him. But anyway, so exercise 5, I kind of wanted to show you the corresponding ones that went with that, but let me show you. This still goes with it. This still goes. So this is exercise 7, so they will have to complete the 2 pages. So again, it's going to be a lot of work if they are writing the answers, but if I'm writing the answers, sometimes it's not as bad if they can figure it out. Yes, this to me seems like they're usually not that much work. Like find some pages for you. So exercise 9 would be, oh yeah, this is the one that's a lot of work, because no, there they are. They're usually 2 pages, So, and that's it. See, it's not a lot of questions. It's not that overwhelming. I mean, it's kind of fun almost. I don't think I could get them to do the 3 pages in one day though, so I think I'll have to split that up. But then exercise 8, now we're starting to get in, because this is 1B, we're starting to get into a lot more work than 1A. You basically just had to do 1 page, or if you did 2 pages, there was like not that many questions scattered. So it's count the balls in each basket, then complete the graph. Right, so it's easy and they tell stories through it, and it's not overwhelming. It's great for my ADHD student because you're like, okay, I can do that and then complete it and move on. Circle groups of 10. So again, not overwhelming. Yeah, so it's pretty enjoyable, pretty easy to teach, and I quite like it. Lachlan, do you like your math work?
Of course not.
Of course not. So I have 2 different...
Second 5 with notifications on.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.